God has created meat for us, plants and trees, because they're also living.
Yeah.
They're also communicating and creating families between each other. Because you can treat an animal very good throughout its whole life, and then you can painlessly kill it and then eat the food.
You could do all that to a human as well. Like you could give them a great life and then shoot them in the back of the head when they don't, if they had a great life, right?
You can't eat humans because
You can.
in at least my previous point of view, because now you've kind of changed it.
All right. As your name is Conrad, is
Yeah.
it? Nico, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, yeah, you saw the banner. What's your answer to that?
I'm not vegan because I feel that God has created meat for us, or at least in a sense that we are able to harvest it so that we can get nutritional properties. And I don't see how vegetables and fruits can give the same results.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. First off, I'd just like to clear up a few things because you went straight to diet. Veganism is not a diet. It's a lot of misconception about it, and mainstream media paints it as a diet.
Yeah.
Veganism is just a principle.
Okay.
It was defined in 1951 by Leslie Cross. Veganism is the doctrine that man should live without exploiting animals.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So and that does not just count for food, right?
Yeah.
It goes to like zoos and any enslavement of animals that we do for testing or anything like that. So what do you think about that principle?
It's a good principle, and harming animals is obviously not okay. But
Why not?
I mean, because in my point of view, they're also living creatures. They're experiencing things, and they're in this world in the same way we are, but maybe not as intelligent in the same way that we are.
Yeah. Yeah, you're really onto something, and I agree. So animals are much like us in, I would argue, the ways that matter. They can feel pain, they can suffer, they can feel joy, happiness. They form strong family connections with each other. They might be, as you say, less intelligent than us, but they have different ways of communicating than us. And so, what would you say is the justification for us to enslave them and exploit them?
I think
Is there any?
I mean, in my point of view, it's the only thing that we exploit them for is the food, and if you
Yeah, we also exploit them for. We have zoos and we have animal testing labs, and so it's not just.
I'm sorry, I kind of thought more of the way that I'm or my philosophy
The way you
towards-
contribute to the exploitation.
Yeah, because there's a lot of animal cruelty in like zoos and farming and all that stuff, and the horrible videos that you see on the internet on like how they slaughter the pigs in the factories and stuff. But
Are you against that?
I'm against the industrialization of it, but not the principle of eating the animals as food.
Okay. So you think humans have inherent value, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we were created by God to create goodness on this earth. Yeah, that's why.
Are you a Christian?
No, I would consider myself as mostly spiritual. Maybe a blend between Buddhism and Rastafarianism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you said that humans have inherent value, do you think animals have inherent value as well?
Yeah, of course. Because they're also living creatures. But
Yeah.
that accounts for plants and trees, because they're also living.
Yeah.
They're also communicating and creating families between each other.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I can chop a tree down to create my house.
Right. Okay. So, but there is a distinction between humans and animals, and then the plant kingdom, because they don't have a central nervous system or a brain to experience pain, and we are animals are much more like us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they have a conscious, subjective experience. Do you agree with that?
The thing is, we have no way to test if they have a conscious experience. It's only our subjective observation of how they interact with each other, and kind of the science that we create behind it. But we don't even understand our own minds. So how are we supposed to understand other creatures' minds?
Okay, but do you think humans have a conscious, subjective experience?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you kick a dog, right, they are going to experience that suffering.
Yeah.
And same if you kick a pig, or so. So does that not entail that they have a conscious, subjective experience?
In my mind, it would, yeah. So I I kind of agree with you, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So then, what is true of an animal that, if it was true of a human, would justify enslaving, breeding them into existence, all the things we do to animals?
Do you mean like if humans have nutritional properties, if we could enslave them and use them as food?
Or any exploitation?
Yeah. I don't really know. It's a very mind-boggling question because I don't think I really get it.
Okay. So why is it wrong to enslave humans?
Because we have inherent value, as you said. We're conscious and we have the ability to think freely, but yeah, I kind of lost my thought of train.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, and I agree with you, but I also would. So why won't we just extend that to other animals as well?
I don't. I guess we could survive on a plant-based diet, but I don't think we would thrive. And that's
If you
the
found out you
difference.
can, though.
If I found out I can, yeah, I would
Okay.
most definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because if you look for the facts, if you look for, yeah, then you will find out that a plant-based diet is nutritionally adequate and to thrive in any stages of life. I want to address this God point that they came up with.
Yeah.
So, do you believe that God is inherently good?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, if God created animals for humans to kill and exploit whenever we wanted nutrition, and He gave those animals all the abilities that I talked about earlier, about they can feel pain, they can suffer, they feel joy and happiness, they want to live free, they don't want to be exploited. If He gave them those qualities and also said to humans that you have every right to exploit them, then what does the devil do?
I mean, he doesn't make us exploit them. He just he gives us the option. So you don't have to exploit animals uh, to to enjoy the nourishment or the food, because you can treat an animal very good throughout its whole life, and then you can painlessly kill it and then eat the food, and then they enjoy their life and they live what you could say it's a fulfilling life, but not for a human.
Okay. But you could do all that to a human as well. Like, you could give them a great life and then shoot them in the back of the head when they don't, if they had a great life, right?
Yeah.
But
But
why is that wrong?
that's the difference, because humans aren't nutritional. Nah. You can't eat humans because
You can.
Well, you'll turn bad, like because your stomach biome it doesn't it can't handle the meat that humans have.
How do you know that? Like, maybe it can.
Well, that's something that I don't know, as you say, because like for example, cannibals they can live,
Yeah.
but they turn crazy and their health turns bad, and
Yeah.
that's just what I've heard, and I'm not completely set on the fact that humans can eat humans.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's not stay in that conversation because it's unnecessary. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, animals also like just because we can do something,
Yeah.
does that make it justified for us?
No, of course not.
Yeah. So we have the power of this planet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We can agree on that. And but I would argue that that makes us the protectors of this planet rather than the tyrants. Yeah, we are responsible for what we do to other creatures, and with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah,
You agree with that?
yeah, I totally agree.
And that is kind of like what veganism is about. If we go back to the principle, like because we are the species that we are,
Yeah.
we should not have the right to exploit and enslave and breed and yeah, inherently just use and exploit other animals.
Yeah, but do you think? So you think there's something wrong with eating because then you kill the animal, and
You
what-
kill an individual who wanted to live. That's the problem.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The thing is, in my point of view, I know that this is very subjective because it's because of my beliefs, but I believe that God created us as a superior race, and we need the nutritional values of the animals to increase our strength and our minds, but that may not be true.
That isn't true. If you found out that that's not true, like that we could thrive on a plant-based diet, would it then be the right thing to go vegan?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So if I give you some sources that you can look at, would you check them out and then proceed to become a vegan?
For sure, but I'm kind of already on the path, you could call it, because the Itai food that the Rastafari eat, it's only greens and fruits and then fish.
Okay.
But fish, I don't know if that's in your.
Yeah. So fish are also sentient beings who have a conscious experience, and they're they're the hardest to have empathy with for humans, I think, because they don't have the vocal cords or facial expressions to show their pain. But the way we treat fish, like we hook them in the face and we drag them out of their habitat and we suffocate them in the air. If we did that to any other animal, everybody would be like, "Oh, damn, that's abuse." Like if we hooked the dog in the face and then drowned them, like that would be horrible abuse, right? So I would also say that a lot of Rastafarians have gone to be fully plant-based, and there's this guy. You should really check him out. He's got a great song about eating plant-based. His name is Maccabee. I'll just give you his name afterward. It seems like you're convinced on the ethical principle that we shouldn't exploit animals.
Of course, yeah.
So the only thing that is stopping you is this thought that you have to do it.
Yeah, because like in at least my previous point of view, because now you've kind of changed it.
Okay. You're an open-minded dude. I love that.
Yeah, of course. You can't do anything but have an open mind.
That's cool,
And
yeah.
you're just stuck in past stuff. But
It's the only way to grow, right?
Yeah.
I would just make one last point. And I'm also interested in spirituality, and I would argue that spirituality without veganism is a sham, because you're going out of your way to cause unnecessary suffering to innocent beings.
other spirits, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
see that.
yeah. And if you look at all the religions, if you take Christianity for instance, like the Garden of Eden was vegan. The fruits and the vegetables, nuts and the seeds, the things that grow on the earth, that the earth clearly wants us to eat, rather than animals who cry out in pain. They always try to avoid pain. They always try to avoid the knife. That should tell us something. It should tell us that eating them is not godlike.
Yeah, I understand your point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll definitely check out the research you're
Cool.
talking about.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah. Nice to
So
meet you too.
thank you for the conversation.
Of course. Thank you for the conversation.